I tend to spend a lot of time in my bedroom, my own private sanctuary, surrounded by things that I love. I can listen to the birds, read. Sometimes I hear a train in the far distance, or the sound of traffic, even, can sometimes sound like waves. Today I'm creating a sanctuary in my bedroom, refreshing it from the winter months, taking off some of the extra layers, and lightening things up. Oh, it's going to be about 90 today outside. It's not even summer yet, but it's starting to feel like it. So I'm just taking a look at my bedroom and what I need to do to it. It needs a good refresh. And I'm going to start by changing my bedding. This is a throw that my sister made for me. She crocheted it. And I just love it. But I've got about 5 layers on my bed right now, and I've got to get some of these off here because it's just getting too hot. Before we go there, I just want to talk to you a little bit about my room, because I've pretty much, I'm going for the French flea market look, and I just want to tell you how I got the items in here. I like to kind of curate my items, which means just get them as I go along. So certain things I got since I came to Sacramento. It's been about 5 years since I moved to Sacramento from Long Beach. I have been down there for 25 years. So when I was in Long Beach, I'll tell you a story about this bed and my nightstands. Not this table here, but this bed right here, it was in a showroom window at the Cerritos Mall in the Bombay Company. And I remember just looking at it and thinking how beautiful it was, and just drooling over it basically, because I just fell in love with it. It's got so much, it's hand painted, and it's just got so much detail. It's got the higher headboard. And so I didn't get it then. I didn't have the money to get it then. But 10 years later, and this is how manifesting works sometimes, you're not always ready for it pronto when you want something. It may take a while to come. So here I was, and in Marketplace in Sacramento, there was a lady that was selling it with the 2 nightstands for $150. I couldn't pass that up. It was pouring down rain, and my friend Dan helped me go pick it up with his truck. We took garbage bags and wrapping tape and everything we could think of to protect it in the back of his truck while we got it over here to my house. So that's how I got my headboard and nightstands. Now, this table here, this table was a solid brown. When I found it, it was still on the cart at Desiree Industries, and I recognized the beauty of it. I didn't know what period it was from or anything, but it was all dusty and had cobwebs on it, and I snatched it off the cart, $10. Took it home, did a little Annie Sloan paint down here, rubbed it out with dark wax on the top, and the finish is just beautiful. It's got inlay. It's got a little bit of warping and to the veneer, but I worked on gluing that down and smoothing it out. And if I don't ever sell it, it's hard for me to let this one go. even though I did only pay $10 for it. I don't really have a good place for it right now because I have a nightstand that matches my bed to go right here. And but this gives me a little bit more space to put things on, like my eye drops and that kind of thing. This chair right here, my grandson recovered it for me when I first moved here. I found this in Sacramento before I moved here. This was all painted white with gold trim, and it was in a Goodwill for $10. And as soon as I saw it, I walked in the door, it was sitting over by the window, I went and picked it up. It's a good thing because another lady had her eye on it. But this has been my little French chair, and I've refinished it with, and I'll see if I can find the inspiration picture for this, because I wanted to have kind of a antiqued, like scraped look, so I actually scraped it with a scraper. It was painted white underneath, I painted the gray, and then I kind of scraped it with nails and scraper. And I just lightly went over the back, the rattan part, so that it wouldn't be completely saturated with the gray paint. I wanted some of that white to show through. So this seat cover, he did a good job, but I'm going to recover it. It's not even attached, but I think he did a great job. He even put that under pinning down here on it. So this one is ready to be changed out. I'll probably use this fabric for something else. This fabric, I think it's a Brunswick and flea, and I just love it. It seems to go in any single room I put it in my home anyway. But I found a new fabric for it, and I'm going to show you that one. So I'll be recovering this probably today. I just thought I'd mention my bedding. This is Chaps. No, it's not Chaps. It's Country Living by JCPenney. And it's similar to a Ralph Lauren, what a Ralph Lauren design would be. And I love the plaids with the flowers. This is my winter bedding, and you saw me take off the red or maroon color velvet throw that was on top of it, and that goes with it. So, and then this bedding, not sure where the sheets are from, but those are some that I had on hand. I think those might be Ralph Lauren. So this is a better shot of the bed, and I'll show you a better shot of my dresser. And then I have a story about my lamps also. So this is one of those tables probably from around the 30s. So what I did was refinish it and then rub some dark wax into it's called spoon carving. And then this is the top of it. You couldn't even see any of this beautiful inlay at the time, but it's really gorgeous. You can't even tell where well, the warping's over here in the corner. You can't even really tell. So I might even polish this again. It needs a little coat of love. Now I want to talk about these lamps, and I'll show you that other nightstand in just a minute. But this lamp, these lamps, I also manifested them, and I think they're perfect with my tall headboard. They're very tall, and usually in a bedroom I'll recommend at least a 30-inch tall lamp. I'm gonna get a measuring tape, hold on. Okay, so these lamps are 34.5 inches tall. And they've got some kind of fancy gold design on there. I don't know if that was put on after or before, but this is the design on the lamps. They're very kind of 50s, I think. 50s. Tell me if you know. But I thought they were in great shape. And look how well they go with my top of the nightstand. This is the top of the nightstand. I haven't done anything to these nightstands. I like them just the way they are. Very pretty. Sorry if it's too dark. So the story about these lamps is that I decided I was going to go look for lamps for this room. I didn't have any. I had just sold a pair of lamps, white resin lamps with the muses circling them, and I had just sold those because I decided I had had them long enough. I didn't want to keep them anymore, but I love white lamps because I think they're just very versatile and can go just about anywhere. So I went with the intention of getting white lamps, listening to my intuition, and I was led to go over across town over to a Goodwill that I had seen way over there. Well, when I got over there, it was closed, but before I went there, I stopped in a little place called St. Vinny's and went in there. And as soon as I saw these lamps, my heart leaped out of its socket. And I went over to look at them. There was a pair of them that matched, and that's what I wanted. And they were $25 each, and that was more than I really wanted to spend. I had in my mind I was going to get a pair of lamps, and they were going to be $10 a piece. So, and they were going to be white lamps to go next to my bed, at least 30 inches tall. These are 34.5 inches tall, and I went up to ask about the price, and the lady told me that today was half off day. So I got these lamps for $12.50 each, and I just love them. Since then, I found a pair of alabaster lamps that aren't quite as tall, but are beautiful also. They're white columns. But I think these go the best in this room, and I'm going to keep them. And the lampshades I'm fine with. I just don't think I can find another lampshade to go with these lamps that would look as good, because these lampshades are made for those. Now you're probably noticing my wall treatment. And that's the next thing I did. I thought it was too plain behind my bed, so I had an inspiration of a wallpaper from a magazine. Let's see if I can find that picture and pop it in here. Oh, and I'm renting this place, so I can't really paint or anything or do wallpaper. My wall was too plain for me. I like a little more going on, more life, more pattern. So I got a box of chalk, regular sidewalk chalk, and made this faux wall treatment that's easy to erase when I move, or, and it cost me less than $5 to do this wall. So that's kind of the story of how this whole end of my room got put together. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I love my bedding. And sometimes I'll put the floral side on the outside, but this year I decided just to go with that soft green, which is what I really like. Because I actually have, these are my curtains that I got from IKEA. These are aqua velvet. And if you look closely, you can see that there's a little bit of that blue in there. There's some really nice colors that you can work with in this bedding. Once I got all the nails removed, I put the fabric right over the same batting. It's still good. Hadn't been that long since we had redone this chair, so I tried my staple gun. It wasn't working. I couldn't get it to work, so I went ahead and used the same nails that I had taken out. Just had to find the ones that were still straight. And then I hot glued down that underlayment, since the nails were quite difficult for me and I was out of nails by this time, so I did the hot glue and it worked really fast. I want you to see here the close-up on the finish. Not perfect, somewhat worn looking, to give it more of an aged patina. I'm so happy with my little French chair now. I think it looks even more French, don't you? Now, I got this pillow for about $6 or $7 from Walmart, believe it or not. It was on sale, clearance, online. I liked it so much that I went ahead and got another one, so I'd have two for my bedroom. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you don't miss a post.